Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be planting up a section of our kind of English garden area. That's what I call an English garden area. I'm not sure if you would call it that, but I've got some beautiful foxglove. We have a coneflower from Proven Winners that has a beautiful peach color, as well as 2 morning glory plants, and then 1 basil that I need to actually pop into a bed. So I'm going to walk you through the plant stats and then we'll get to planting. We will start with this beautiful foxglove. It is a Camelot cream foxglove, and they are way too big for the cans they're in right now. Foxglove is a biennial, which means it lives for about 2 years and then dies off, but it is a great self-seeder. So I'm gonna have to push a lot of this rock back, cut out fabric so that the foxglove can reach the actual soil. So if it does self-seed, I will hopefully get more of these plants. This bloom is still going up, but it's got several little shoots coming off. It looks like the specs on this are, it says about 12 inches apart, so these are about full grown, 28 to 40 inches tall, and it's hardy down to -30. So they should do great in our area. Warning though, foxglove is poisonous, so it's poisonous to pets and to humans. So if you have a toddler or somebody that likes to eat things, or a pet that likes to eat your plants, this is probably not the plant for you. I have 2 dogs, but they stay out of everything, and I've had no issues in the past. I'm going to do these here. I did them at my last house. My dogs left them alone. I'm gonna just keep an eye on them when they're in this backyard space. Moving on, this is an Echinacea from Proven Winners, and it's called Color Coded 1 in a Melon, and it is spectacular. The color is gorgeous. I think it's gonna be a really bright spot back here, and I need some more bright blooms to kind of draw people back into this space. So the spacing is 18 inches. It looks like the height is between 24 and 26 inches. It wants full to part sun and blooms midsummer to early fall. I mean, these are gonna put on a show until probably Halloween. They've got new blooms all over them. I'm gonna match them with these foxglove. I think that's a really pretty contrast. Then the next plant we're gonna plant is this here. It is a kind of morning glory that I guess is not as vigorous. We have a morning glory weed here in Kentucky that spreads and seeds itself everywhere. So it's called Blue My Mind, and it's got these really pretty blue flowers on it, and I want it to trail. So I've got 2 of these, and we're gonna be filling up a pot that I need this plant to trail. Here is our sweet basil plant. So nothing spectacular about it, it's just sweet basil. I prefer this basil. We make a lot of caprese salad, and I use it a lot in food. So I have 2 of these already, but I wanted a 3rd so that I could freeze some basil for the winter time. This is the area that we will be planting in. It is very drab right now. So I cut fabric out here last year. I planted zinnia seeds in here, and I'm gonna do the same thing again this year. I've got a nice crop of weeds right now. I'll be pulling those out when we plant our zinnias, but I am gonna plant zinnia seeds in here in another video. This is a red smoke bush, and it is beautiful right now. It's got really nice blooms on it. I think it's gonna look great in this area. I definitely needed some red accent points. It also has some weeds underneath of it that I need to take care of. I've shown you these sweet gums before. We planted these laurels in another video. This is a statue. I believe it's from Unique Stone. It came from my grandmother's garden. There's no telling how old it is. That's just a pot that I got from Home Depot, but this is the pot that we're gonna be putting the morning glories in that should hopefully trail over and provide, I mean, it should be beautiful and soften the space up a little bit. I'm trying to figure out, I'm gonna try a couple of things on camera and lay out. My original idea was to put a foxglove here and a foxglove here, and then I don't want it to look too symmetrical. So a foxglove here, and maybe a line, a drift of the Echinacea right here. I don't know, but I'm gonna put it on camera, I'm gonna lay it out and see what I like the most, and then we will go from there. I might go ahead and plant this up. We've got to run drip down underneath the pot over to this drip line so that I don't have to water that pot at all. So I might go ahead and do that and show you on camera and go ahead and stage the plants where we are, and then I'll come back with you when I get things figured out where they're gonna go. is where I have everything set up. And I am so sorry. I totally forgot about this Angelonia that I bought from Menards. I originally bought it to go in 2 other pots, but I kind of love it here. The whole point of this was to bring some brightness to this area. So when you see this arbor that's behind me, I'll walk you through it when we finish planting today. But when you go through it, you kind of are drawn into this space. And I wanted not to hide the boy a little bit, but just to make him look more natural. So we finished this pot. This is an angel face, Angelonia, and it is perfectly pink. And it looks like it gets about 18 to 30 inches tall and about 14 inches wide. It is probably too big for this pot. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna see what happens. I think it's gonna be beautiful. So these are the 2 morning glories here, and they'll be great. I think they're gonna trail down and look amazing. I love the blue color, the dark leaves with the pink Angelonia. I think it's gonna look great. So backing up, I had 2 of them. Usually I plant in 3s or 5s, odd numbers, but I had this one, and I kind of like the idea of having another one here just to kind of like lead your eye up. And I could always go back and get another one if I want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant this one here. I am taking over some of my bed that I had for zinnias, but that'll be all right. So the Echinacea is in a drift here. The 2 Foxglove are here. Again, I bought in even numbers. I don't know why I did that. It does not look the best, but I think it's gonna look good. This'll be, so when you're walking through the arbor, this is kind of your view. So you can still see the boy. The Echinacea will be a little bit like up to here. It'll have some drifts down from it, and then the Foxglove will push it back. Eventually this sweet gum will eat this Echinacea, and I'll have to move it out. And this laurel will get so big that it'll be on top of the Foxglove. So we have a while till we get to that point. I just want to enjoy this bed as is. I don't want it to look weird right now with spacing, so I'm going to go ahead and plant these where they are, and if I need to in the future, years from now, I can dig stuff up and move it. But I think this is what we're going to go with today. So here we go. We're going to plant, and we're going to go ahead and connect. You can see the drip line. This is 1/4-inch tubing up through the bottom of this pot, ran it through the top, and then I ran 1/4-inch drip tubing on the top that has emitters every 6 inches. So that's all through here. I put some pot feet underneath of this pot so the pot can drain and it's not going to crimp the cord. So the drip line is going to run back and then attach into our main drip line here. I also have a piece of brown 1/2-inch drip tubing that I'm going to run from this drip line in like an oval and then back into here. So of course the plan changed, but here is the view from this arbor that I was talking about. So you walk in through here, got a really pretty David Austin white rose. And this should hopefully draw people back into this space. So we got our 2 foxgloves here. They were very dry. I gave them a ton of water. The drip is running right now so I can test it, but everything's working great. I got the Angelonia in the ground. Then we have a small little drift of the Echinacea. And then this is a rose that I bought a couple weeks ago that I totally forgot about, and it's called Rise Up Lilac Days. And I've never seen it for winters before, so I wanted to try it. And it's pretty big. It gets 5 to 8 feet tall, which means it could be a climber. I may have to stake it, or I may have to move it, but I think it's going to be good in this spot for now. It grows 2 to 4 feet wide, so that should be good in this space. It kind of fills up this hole in between the laurels here. But I absolutely love it. I've got some drip work still to do. I've got to cover up this drip line and staple that one down and cover it up back here. But I think it turned out spectacularly. Oh, and I almost forgot. We did get that sweet basil in. If you watched another video, I moved a jalapeno pepper from here, so that's where that sweet pepper is living now. That's it, project done. So we got all those plants planted, the basil plant planted, and everything is complete on my list for today. So I'm gonna head inside. It's a school day, so I've got school tomorrow, and I've gotta edit some videos. But I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, bye.